I always found Tim Kaine a bit too moderate for my taste, but he's a very good Democrat. But today, his answer actually impressed me. I want you to listen to this, and then let's go ahead and take it on the other side, because he did a darn good job.
Virginia Democratic Senator Tim Kaine. He is, of course, a member of the Budget Committee, which developed the proposed $3.5 trillion reconciliation infrastructure bill. Republican leader Mitch McConnell was asked about the reconciliation bill during an appearance on Fox News this morning. And I want to play for you and our viewers some of what he had to say about it. Listen.
It's an introduction of socialism into America, done on a one-party basis in a Congress that's virtually tied. You know, Senate's 50-50. The House has a couple of seat Democratic majority. They didn't get a mandate to do this stuff. They're not going to have any Republicans help them do this stuff. This is a left-wing dream of Bernie Sanders, fulfilled, they hope, on a very narrow vote with no room to spare. Jam this down the throats of the American people.
That's what Senator McConnell says about the reconciliation. What is your response, and what should Americans know about what will be in this legislation?
That was almost word for word what Republicans said about Social Security in the 1930s, and they tried to stop it. And yet what it did was it cut the elderly poverty rate from 50% to 10%. And his claim that reconciliation is wrong. Look, the Republicans, when they had a narrow majority, they used reconciliation to do tax cuts for the rich, and they used reconciliation to try to take health care away from 30 million people. Thank God we stopped them on that. Reconciliation is a tool. They can vote yes, they can vote no. But I feel really good about this hard work that we've done to put together a great package. Eamon, I could talk about a lot of pieces of it, but let me just talk about one that I just view as so powerful. This will be the biggest investment in America's children that we will have made in the history of the United States. When you combine the effects of the child tax credit, which is kicking in today and people are receiving support for children who live with them, with expanded child care funding and universal pre-K, and helping parents pay for their kids to go to college, this will be to children what Social Security was to seniors. And this is just one part of the bill. I think this is going to be enormously popular with Americans in every zip code in this country, Democrats, Republicans, Independents. And I'm so excited to be on the Budget Committee and having worked with my colleagues to craft a framework.
I mean, that was excellent. One of the most important things, this is going to be to children what Social Security is to seniors, and seniors love their Social Security. But let's get a few things out of the way first. Number one, he said that Congress is virtually tied, and as such, Democrats don't have the mandate to do what they're doing with changing into a more progressive atmosphere. Here's the reality. The Congress is not tied. We have a 50-50 Senate in numbers because the Senate is an undemocratic body. Do remember that the 50 senators that represent Democratic states have a hell of a lot more people than the 50 senators that represent red states. So that 50-50 number in the Senate is not equivalent to the amount of people in the country. More people in the country are voting Democratic. Most people in the country are voting progressive. It's a lie that the Congress is 50-50. Not even close. And in the House, gerrymandering has a larger percentage of Republicans there that should be there, absent something like gerrymandering. When he says that the people do not have a mandate for these policies, every single one of these policies polls at 60% or more. For the things that Democrats are doing, they poll very high. The ones that don't have a mandate are those who are attempting to stop this progress through some sort of a technical means within that undemocratic body called the Senate of the United States. Now, let me tell you one other thing that Tim Kaine did that was excellent. This is a tax cut that all middle-class people making under $150,000, families making $150,000 a year are going to feel. They're going to feel that $300 a month, that $600 a month, that $900 a month based on how many kids they have. They will feel that and see that in their bank accounts right away. But here's the deal. Remember, this is going to a large percentage of children. The tax cut scam that was not paid for, that they claimed will trickle down, that didn't, but instead went for stock buybacks, instead went to the top 0.1%, that nobody saw it. And that was 1.5 trillion or more effectively. So starting to put this narrative together, Tim Kaine did a good job. I think he could have expanded a few more, but there's just a limited amount of time that he has to say these things. It is very good that he said that. Tax credit that the middle class actually feel in their hands, $300 or $600 or $900 or $1,200 a month based on how many kids you have, is something you can feel, and Democrats and progressives have to go out there day after day and let Americans know, you don't put us back into office. This stuff ain't permanent. You don't put us back into office, they will take it away and give it to the persons that they always give it to, the ultra rich, and you will continue your decline. Your vote matters. Your vote matters. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.